Hi, this is Kevin from Wordbot, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over our new SEO Insights tool. And if you're familiar with Wordbot, you might have seen or used it, or if you've used Wordbot before, a lot of our tools we had were geared kind of around generating articles, paragraphs, keywords, blog outlines, and all of the sort, and also being able to edit existing content to rewrite or make it a lot better. But with this new tool which we've been working on, has had the tab here, we just haven't had it activated, is the ability to get a competitive advantage over your competitors in Google to be able to rank better than them. So not only will you be able to now write amazing content, generate great content, you can also take existing content and figure out ways to gain a competitive advantage over the people that you're trying to do every day. And so what I'm going to do is go through how SEO Insights works and how it can help, make you write and get better content up in the Google rankings. So when you first come into WordBot here, you're going to have no projects here. So you can kind of think of projects as like a way to group. Maybe it could be like similar articles, different clients. So say you have different clients you work with, you can make a project for that client who has all their articles in there. It could be for different types of articles. So, you can make project by type, all of the sort. But basically you want to kind of make the articles to where, the projects geared around how you feel best when you're generating them. So in here, you're basically adding a project name, their language, country, location. You hit add. You can edit these at any time. You can edit the name by clicking the pencil there. You can star it. And what that's going to do is it actually will just make it pinned to the top. So like say you have a lot of clients or a lot of projects that you're working on, you can keep the most active ones up at the top. And then if you want to get rid of any, you can actually click the trash can icon. Now it won't delete your work. It'll just hide it from the screen. That way you can keep things nice and tidy there. So if you want to bring any of those back in the top right hand corner, you can click on the trash can and then just uncheck the trash can that's in red, and it'll put it back on your main screen. So when you come in and you create your new project, your project's going to look like this. 0 articles tracked, no score, no words, and then whatever default language you pick. And so then you'll start to put focus keywords in here. And these focus keywords are what will be then start to get ranked against the articles that you write. So I'm going to go back here and click in the Adams articles, which we've been already working inside of. And you can see here we have 3 particular keywords that we're trying to focus on. And you add those keywords in here. So I'm going to do a new one called AI sentence rewriter. And so I'm going to add that in here. So now you do see, so we got an average score. Actually, you saw it just went down, total words. And so the score is based on all of the articles that you have written here. These scores get generated based off of what I'll show you here in a second is how you compare to the top Google result for this particular keyword. And then so there's a lot of different SEO pointers as far as like H1, H2 tags, image tags, alt tags, word count, a lot of stuff like that. So we take into consideration all that, and based off of what you are compared to the top result, there's math and things we do on the back end that kind of gives you that score, and you want to get as close to 100 as you can. So that means you're at least comparable to the top 10 results within Google there. So once we put in that AI sentence rewriter keyword, you can see we have no words here and no score. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google, and I want to see actually where we have an article that's actually trying to target this keyword. And I'm going to see where we're currently at. Last I checked, we were around 30. but we haven't really tried to do any enhancement to the article. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 24. So we're actually 24. So it looks like we might have moved up a little bit. So let me hit copy, or actually I'm going to open this in a new tab. And I'm going to take all of this text. And now I'm copying this, and I'll show you why. We actually need to bring this into our editor. Now we are working on giving you the ability to actually just take your URL and paste it in Wordbot, and we can just pull in all your stats from there. So I have to actually be able to paste the article in here currently, and it does auto save. And so what this does is now our article is brought into Wordbot. So we'll be able to do some things as far as if you want to do some rewrites and stuff, you can. I won't get into that in this video, but we basically just needed to be able to have like our headings, subheadings, any other things that would be considered SEO related stuff in the current URL. But like I said, we're actually working to get to where you can take the URL and just paste it in and then pull your article in, or we can just pull it directly from your website. And that's going to allow you, if you're using like WordPress or some other content management system, to where you don't have to have data in both places, to have to keep updating them. And then that'll also allow us to keep pulling your information on the fly. So now that this is saved, we have auto save turned on. I'm going to close out of this. And as you can see, now we have 1,027 words in that particular article. Now that we have the article edit or pasted into our tool, we need to run a competitor analysis. Now this can take some time. So when you click on this, it says it can take up to 10 minutes. So there's some factors that varies. So it could just depend on how long your article is, the competitors that it's doing an analysis on, things like that. So once you click off of this, you don't want to click off of this page. If you do, what can happen is it'll actually, it may stop, and then you have to actually run that again. And that way you don't have to, basically lose some of the counts that you get for the month. And I'll go over how the counts and pricing goes at the end of the video here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that and then come back to when this is done. Okay, so now that the competitor analysis ran, it didn't take too long, a little under a minute. So once that finishes up, you see we have a score of 45. So basically now, we just, we need to look and see what's, what has us that low, which means that our competitors up above us probably are doing some, a lot more than what we're currently doing in our article. So I'm going to go in and click on this view competitor analysis, and this is going to take us to our heat map. And then once this comes up, it's basically going to have a heat map of different colors from greens to red, some light reds, some light greens. And how this is based off of is, so this is our article here. And our article has obviously 1,027 words. We got 6 H2s, no H3s, no H4s, 5, 6, 7 imaged, 0 titles, 0 alts. So the greens mean, so here's the top article. And the top article has 3,414 words. So based off that, it's going to give us a light red because we don't necessarily have close to what this has or what this has. So it gives you that kind of shade of where you're at compared to the top article. Now you might be wondering, well, there's some zeros with red, but there's also some zeros with green. So it's all, like I said, based off the top article here. So 2 is what they have, but typically you'll have 1 H1. But as you can see here, they have 14 H2s. We have only 6. They have 20 H3s. We have 0. So that's going to be a red. Well, they don't have any H4s, 5s, or 6s. So, zeros in those columns are fine. because that's what we would match with them. But they also have 56 images and 7, which is what only we have. So if we actually went to their page here and took a look at what their article has, just scrolling down, we can just see that there's, quite a bit of content on there. So what I'm actually going to do is, over the course of, not during this video, but I'm going to take some time to actually try to rank higher than this particular, article. So try to get some more words in there, not necessarily just stuff words in there, but try to make it more engaging, to get more, more closer to the top 10. So, as we can see, we're not too far off. I mean, if we look at like number 3 or 2 and 3, we can see that we do have more words than, this one, but, Neil Patel is a big shot person. So they, probably, domain authority probably helps a lot there. So, 3, they only have 3 H2s, 3 H3s, but we can definitely get to the top 10. So, we do got some work we can do, especially with getting some more H2 content in there, H3 content, just making it more engaging, just to get up in that top 10 there. So once we get the, page stats looked at, we can also go over to our keyword analysis. And we know that we are going after AI sentence rewriter. And we can see that we have 15 of that, 15 times that word's actually used in our article. And we can know because this is us here. And this is position 1. So these are all the keywords that it kind of takes. And we're improving on this particular algorithm on how it takes keywords out. And you can actually use this tool to find keywords that your competitors aren't going after. So as you can see, like, let's say sentence rewriter itself, you can look and see, okay, like, hey, this result's not using it at all. We're using it 16 times. You can find ones like, let's see here. You can probably even create some long tail keywords out of some of these. So AI sentence isn't used in the top result. So there's just some, things you can utilize from here. So like I said, we're continuing improving on the keyword analysis tool to be able to not only extract keywords out of out of your content, but it also takes the keywords out of, the competitors to do an analysis to see how we're actually, you're comparing to them. And then, so now if I go back here let's X out of here. So that's how that actually takes our ranking or score into perspective. So now we have these other ones here that we're working on as well. So headline rewriter is one that we are working on to improve as well. In this one, we're actually, I'd say 4th, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. But, there's also some stuff that goes into consideration like intent. So, with Google, a lot of searches, they want to make sure people are actually getting what they want sooner versus, later, because then, it just gives them a bad user experience. So, with headline rewriter itself, they might be saying, hey, you know what? They might be actually looking for a tool that is a headline rewriter. This first result, I believe, is actually a tool that's a headline generator. Now there's no content on here, but there's probably a lot of people who come here looking for a tool, and that's the intent part of that. But if someone was coming and say, hey, what is a headline rewriter? Now you can see we're actually number 1 for that. So that means that, hey, you know what? This article actually emphasizes what a headline rewriter is better than all of these other, people down in the list. And so if we click on there, headline rewriter, and we have great content on what it is, talking about the different headlines and how they're generated and stuff like that. So again, that's our SEO Insights tool. we're going to continue to keep building on this tool to broaden what it can do for you as far as SEO wise goes. If you have any feedback or questions in regards to how this works, how you add articles, how you edit them, any pointers that we can give you, you can always reach us on our support tab here. You can search and see if there's any docs that we have. If we don't, let us know. We can get you some help there. And then also our chat, which we try to respond to periodically or as much as fast as we can. So just leave us a message there and we'll always get back with you. And then so now I'm going to actually take you out to how this works. So the SEO Insights works based off of searches. So each time you hit the analysis tool, it will actually count that as one search. Now, anytime you go in here, it won't, it doesn't count. So it's going to allow you to always keep, viewing how your article is doing based off the last search that was done. So I would recommend maybe doing a run maybe once a week if you're doing some changes, or maybe if you haven't done any changes, maybe once every 2 weeks. That way, maybe you can actually see if there has been any changes that's going on in your current articles that you're, are writing about. So each time you write that, then so like these get updated here to let you know, hey, you've ran this, 3 times against headline rewriter, image alt tags, text compactor, stuff like that. And that gets reset every month. So I'm going to log out here and show you the pricing for that. And based on our older pricing, these actually are the best value you can get for what's on the market for what we do. So not only do you get still your AI generation words, you also get competitor analysis. So if you're just starting out and you only have a couple articles that you want to really kind of rank for, this is a great package to start with. And then you can always, upgrade up based off of, usage. And then all the way up to $29.99 per month, you get 300,000 words that you can use to generate paragraphs, articles, keywords, things like that. And then you get 100 competitor analysis searches. So that's 100 searches that you get through Google to track, any of the articles that you want. So again, that's it there. If you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, we may put this on also on our blog to just show, people how this is used. Again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us through the support. Again, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.